5, 4, 3, 2.
Hi, I'm Eleanor Bradley, and I'm a proud member of the HEA. I was born in New York, down on the Lower East Side in Manhattan. I love that community because we were in an area called the Two Bridges area. We were between the Manhattan and Brooklyn bridges. Very diverse. We had Little Italy, in Chinatown. We had Knickerbocker Village, which was primarily Jewish Americans, and it was really great growing up down there. You know, I can remember games we played like kick the can, and we played Chinese jump rope, and did all kinds of fun things in the summer with a very diverse community of individuals. My dad was a police officer at a time when there were few, if any, African-American police officers. I remember at the time people would come up to me, especially kids, "Your dad's a cop?" And there was reverence in their voices, which you don't hear today. They loved the fact that he was a cop and he was very well respected as I was growing up. I went to public schools in New York City. I grew up in what was known at that time, District 1, Community District 1. It was an experimental school district. And as a result, we had everything available to us. Foreign languages, musical instruments. I played the violin, the viola when I was growing up, and I did very well. I was in a few concerts as a result of my practice. Unfortunately, I don't remember a note today, but I'm very grateful for that opportunity and experience. I was also very active physically. You know, I was this tall, skinny girl, and I could run faster than anybody. But I loved the arts. I loved dance, I loved ballet. Anything that had something to do with creativity, I was involved with. And as I progressed through the New York City school system, I also had an artistic side, fine arts, and I drew a lot. And I wanted to go to a school in New York, which still exists, known as Fashion Industries, because I wanted to be a model/fashion designer. So I was accepted into the school, and when I got into the school, I realized this was not exactly what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. So I transferred to the local school in my community where I graduated, and decided to just do exactly what I wanted to do, which was basically live free. And so I did that for one whole summer. I just had a great time, just traveling, just doing what I wanted to do. When I went back to school, I decided to major in English, and I did so, and I was the top of my class. I went to Hunter College in New York, and I graduated and decided to go into teaching. And I started teaching in the same community I grew up in, which was great. It had changed a lot because I hadn't been there for a while. By that time I had moved uptown to Harlem, New York, which is a very different experience from the one I had growing up. Not diverse at all. I went back to the Lower East Side, began teaching, and then I left the Lower East Side and began teaching in my new neighborhood in Harlem. And I loved it. And I taught there for many, many decades before I moved with my husband, Jackie, and my daughter, Virginia, to New Jersey. And I continued working in Harlem as a teacher until 2004, when I applied to the Hackensack School District. And I've been working here ever since. And it reminds me a lot of the community I grew up in because of the diversity here, and culturally and ethnically. It's great. When I'm not in the classroom, I'm in the kitchen. Last year in 2015, I had made some cookies for my family, some chocolate chip cookies, and I made them out of a flour that I had blended on my own. And I just threw some things together and I baked them, and my daughter, after trying one of them, says, "Oh my gosh, Mommy, this is it." And I said, "What?" And she said, "These are so good. You can sell these." And I said, "Get out of here." And she said, "No, you can really sell these." So I started thinking about it. I wasn't doing anything, it was the summer. And I said, maybe I can. Actually, it was approaching the summer, school wasn't quite over. I think it was the beginning of June. And so I did some research. I talked to some friends of mine. Yeah, they knew of friends of theirs who started in farmers markets. Why don't you just try that route? So I did. I contacted the county of Bergen, and I had to go and get a license, and I had to take a food handler's course, and I have a kitchen that I lease in Hawthorne, New Jersey, and it's my home away from here. Then I started selling in farmers markets. My first farmers market was up in Rivervale, and Rivervale, unbeknownst to me, has a very large gluten-free clientele. You have a population of people who prefer not to eat gluten, or have children, if not themselves, who have allergies to gluten. They're just gluten intolerant. So that was good for me. We had the opportunity to go to Franklin Lakes, to a store called Market Basket. We brought samples, they tried the product. They asked us when we could bring our product. We brought it in, and it's been selling ever since. And from there, I approached King Supermarkets in Cresskill. The manager agreed to have us start selling the product in his store as well. And we spoke with the director of bakery, who tried the product and offered to allow us to sell there. And we will be selling in 2 more stores in the King Supermarket Corporation by the end of this month. And we also have another large corporate store that we will be opening up in the month of July. So the business is moving, it's moving right along. I think it's just a miracle, first of all, to have all of this happen in such a short span of time. When I retire, I don't plan to sit around and do absolutely nothing. This new business is my retirement because it doesn't feel like work to me. It's fun, and I love it when people enjoy the product that I make, and I get this positive feedback. I'm Eleanor Bradley, and thank you for watching this episode of the HEA Spotlight.